Alright, I'm going to go over how to set up your theme shortcodes. So let's dive right in and create a page. And let's call this page theme shortcodes. And publish it. And I'm going to open it in a new tab so we can kind of tab back and forth. So once you've published a page, you'll get these options. And you can just hover over them for a second to see what they do. So for example, there's a divider that's pretty basic. Update that, and it just adds a simple divider. And then you have options such as the first one, which is button, and you'll add your link. You have a bunch of options for this. Your target, if you don't know what that is, that's just leave it blank. But you can do things like open in a new window, or all sorts of stuff. It's just an HTML term. Then under size, you can adjust the size to small, medium, or large. And same with color. Default's red, but you can use gray, black, blue, all sorts of stuff. And then the text. So let's go ahead and call this one the Learn More button. So let's update it, and you can see how it works out. So for instance, if you want to do a gray button, you can just, instead of progression-red, try progression-gray. And you get that gray button shown in the live preview. So the button's pretty easy, just a couple options you can type in, and your link, your text. I'll go over the columns at the end. Then the one before that is toggle. So you can select it and you have your title, and then your only two options besides text updates are open or closed. So let's go and leave it open, and let's update it and refresh our page. And so you have your title and your text, and it's open by default. So let's go ahead and create another toggle. And let's have this toggle be closed. And then I'll type in sample closed, and then content here. So you can see how it works. Update your page. So you have one that's open by default, and one that's closed by default. And you can see how the title was added. All right. So the next one's tabs, and tabs are really basic. You just have your tab 1 in content, tab 2 in content. And if you update your page, you can actually just see how it works. And of course, the cool thing is you can always keep adding more tabs. So let's just add a tab and call this one last tab, and last tab content. And so we have two tabs and one last tab. So it's pretty cool to use the tabs. And then the last ones to go over now are the column shortcodes. And so there's half, third, fourths, and then a couple in between. So let's go and do half column. And I'm just going to add in half so that you can see it easier on the video than the dots. So the only option you need to know is this last equals. And all it's saying is if it is the last column of the row, mark it as yes. So let's update that. And you can see our two half columns. And one thing to note, if you're doing the last equals wrong, is it will just mess up the layout. So let's go and do quarter. So we can do 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 quarters. And then the only option after that we needed to change besides this simple text is the last equals on the last quarter is marked yes. And so now we have our quarter columns. And of course the cool thing is you can always mix and match. So you can do 2 quarters and a half. And then 1/2. And then the 1/2 is the last one in the row, so that gets a yes. And so it's pretty cool on how you can display the column shortcodes, just kind of help you with formatting different pages easier. So that's our theme shortcodes.